Good old South Korea. Some come for a visit, some come for a few years. But us, we've been here for 20 years. Wanna know why? From the unbeatable cost of healthcare and living cost to the culture that deeply cares about its people. Korea has given us a number of reasons to stay over the years. On today's episode, we're gonna talk about 5 reasons why combined, we have stayed in Korea for over 20 years.
Yes, 20 years combined. So, cost of living is our topic number 1.
Yeah, more bang for your won, right? So I do like Canada, but the cost of living, especially right now in 2023, going into 2024, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, and I call my friends back home, and whenever I do, all my friends say the same thing: don't come back here.
The housing prices has been steep as well.
Right, it's ridiculous. And buying a house in Korea is also expensive, but you can rent cheaply.
Yeah.
And that attributes significantly to your cost of living. In Toronto, where I'm from, if you wanted to get a studio or a 1-bedroom downtown, it's upwards of $2,500 per month. When I tell Koreans that, they literally lose their mind. They're like, they think I made a mistake or something. I'm like, no, that's the price.
Yeah, even if you don't have to pay deposits, it's tough to pay $2,500 a month.
For sure.
Yeah,
right.
Where you gotta get that money, right?
Right.
So, yeah, affordable amenities as well. You know, like food, buying groceries here, probably a lot faster, cheaper, fresher as well.
Right.
I think logistics-wise, Canada, you just can't do it because it's such a big country. You don't have like Coupang, for example. Like,
right.
I know there's Amazon, but I don't think they deliver fresh food, do they?
Here's the thing, though. Everyone knows Canada's a big country.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who also knows that Canada's a big country? Canadians. So you have to somehow adopt and adapt to this. You can't just let that be a hurdle that you never get over, right? You got to make steps towards this. For example, Korea is a super small country with no resources. They have found ways to enhance their economy by technology and other means, even though they have like almost no natural resources. They never let that be an excuse. You see what I'm saying? But in Canada, it's just like the cost of living is just super ridiculous, and everyone just kind of accepts it back home. Whereas in Korea, yeah, you don't make as much as you do back home, but you find yourself, your money is also stretching a lot more. Subways is also a lot more affordable. Taxis are also a lot more affordable. And when you go out to eat, you can actually go out to eat and afford to eat, if you know what I mean. Where in Canada, it's like, if you go out to eat, you never know how much you're gonna spend.
Yeah, I mean, culturally speaking, there's a lot of things that play a role in Korea and the lifestyle that you live here. You can't live this lifestyle in Canada just simply because it doesn't work that way. Let's say you make 20K here, you can't live in Canada with 20K.
No.
Because the cost of living there,
Sure.
you gotta make at least 60, 70, 80K, right? That's the equivalent. So if you make 20K, it's equivalent to making 80K in Canada. That's how you gotta look at it.
People back home are making 100K and struggling.
Exactly, that's like 30, 40K here.
Right.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about it though, like I don't want people to think, well, you're only making this much money or whatever, right? But the facilities and the infrastructure is more advanced than how it is in the West.
Exactly.
Like things are much more advanced here than how they are in America and Canada. My brother, he came here a few times and he ended up staying for a year and he was here for a few months. And the first time he came here, he said, I can't believe they tricked us and lied to us in North America, thinking that we were so advanced and the center of the universe. That a city called Busan had a far more better public transportation and healthcare and all these facilities than a world-class city as Toronto or Vancouver back home.
For sure. Just looking at tech and stuff, infrastructure, I would say South Korea is far more advanced, but that's the pros. And we can talk about the cons later.
There's cons everywhere, right?
Oh, but there are definitely cons.
Right, sure. Okay, you want to jump into number 2?
Yes, great work-life balance.
Okay, so in Korea, Koreans work hard. Like, it's ridiculous, the work culture here. But if you're an expat coming here, and let's say you're teaching or whatnot, if you kind of play your cards right, you will be able to kind of find that work-life balance, right? even if you are working a little bit harder, the play in Korea is so much more fun. Like back home in Canada, I worked hard a lot, but even if I had a little bit of time, I could never really afford to go out or do a lot of the fun things that I actually wanted to do, or at least without breaking the bank. Here, it's like, yo, like we have our little thing where we can go to, go to the beach and just spend 10, 20, 30 bucks for the night and have a blast and have a good time. Can't do that back home.
Well, the way I see work-life balance here is a little different. I guess I don't have this typical foreigner expat jobs.
Sure,
right. With other people. And so what I found with work-life balance is, I guess it applies to anywhere, wherever you live in the world. You get paid as much as you work. And if you don't like the job you're in, find a new job. And like with many people, many rich people saying, you gotta have many income sources. You can't just have one and expect to have work-life balance through that. That's just a whack mindset, to be honest. So if you want a work-life balance, you gotta find it your own. You can't blame the country, you can't blame the culture for it.
Right. So maybe some people are watching this, they need to go watch our video about 5 ways how to actually have a great time in Korea and live better, right? Tips on how to live better in Korea.
You're gonna put the link up there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the link up there, right? So, cause no, you're definitely right. Cause there are some foreigners here who do get a little bit burnt out from their job.
They complain a lot.
And they complain a lot. But again, that long-term mentality, changing over your visa, keeping your eyes open, maybe learn the language a little bit. So many doors open up.
For sure.
And because we have been here a long time and we have invested in our futures here, we were able to take advantage of that work-life balance.
For sure, and it wasn't easy.
Hell no, it's not supposed to be easy.
Yeah, you gotta,
if it was easy, everyone would be doing
work
it, right?
through it, yeah.
Right. All right, let's jump into number 3. Can you go ahead, David?
Fast culture, the speed of light.
Bali Munhwa.
So this is the reason why all of this makes sense, though.
Right.
And this is why we have fast service in everything: banks, healthcare, internet, work-life balance. All of that kind of comes into play with the Bali Muna. And without that, we'd be like Canada, I think, or America.
Can you give me some examples of some of your favorite Bali stuff in Korea? There's so many.
Food, right? Food. We all love food.
Okay.
When we go to a restaurant, sit down, and we order something, we get things done in 5-10 minutes. That doesn't mean they just microwave and give it to us. They have the sauces ready.
Right.
It's warmed up.
Right.
When you order soup, for example, they make it in this huge pot from morning, or maybe at 4 a.m. before you even open the shop, right? Start boiling boil the soup out of it, and then when you get there, they just have to warm it up, serve it for the day, and then all the leftovers are thrown out. I've seen shops do that. So, but food is one at the restaurant. But what if you're ordering it for delivery? Okay, the longest I've waited was half an hour.
And did you call them?
No, I would use an app.
I see. So when they took long. But yeah.
When they took long. No, you got to give them a break. I mean, there are a lot of delivery guys out there. And sometimes, you get frustrated from delivery guys using the elevators, right? But you also respect them and appreciate
100%. I have a story later, but yeah.
So you don't complain. You let them take the elevators, do their jobs. Coupon deliveries. You order it the day of, you get it the night of.
If you order,
if you order it in the morning of, you get it the night of.
Right, and if you order before midnight, it usually comes
like a couple of hours.
Like at 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. It's super fast.
Sometimes too, you get, because they say at 9 a.m. delivery, you get it at 12 a.m. because that's when they're running.
Right.
So you order it at 8 p.m. You can get it at 12 a.m. Depends on where you're living, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember one time for your birthday, you said you wanted something for your birthday. I'm like, sure, and I ordered it.
Yeah.
And then you messaged me maybe 4 or 5 hours later. And they're like, yo, thanks for what are you talking about? I just ordered that, and you got it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
No, because when I'm with some friends, right, and they're at my house and we order food.
Yeah.
They're not patient at all. If the food takes over 25 minutes, they'll call the restaurant hey, we ordered, and they'll be and I'm like, yo, just wait.
And you know what they say? They're like, we'll send them right away, and you get it in 10 minutes.
Yo, it's like they really appreciate the speed here. One other thing I like about the Bali culture here, for example, dealing with Roger, I'm saying the name, Rogers in Canada.
Rogers.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, bro.
The phone company?
Phone, internet,
the video,
TV,
right. Yeah.
if you have a problem, they'll have you on hold forever. I had a problem with like my TV or something like that, and I call them, and it'll be like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Be like, okay, are you okay for like 1 p.m., 10 o'clock? And I'm like, tomorrow? Like when? Like, no, today. Like, and they'll come like a couple hours later.
Oh, nice.
And that's how it is in Korea here. There's no waiting a long time. Like whatever you want, you're gonna get it probably the same day. If you call too late, the next morning they're there.
Yeah, and the reason why they do this is because they're very competitive. So let's say
Koreans are super competitive.
So let's say you're with LG.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna say all the names: SKT, KT. We're just gonna stick with one company. Just for example, they're slow.
Right.
You can basically tell them, well, the fact that they can't come means that to them, oh, he might switch over to another
Because Koreans are
company.
Bali.
Exactly. And so they're very competitive. They'll want to help you ASAP.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe, and let us know down below if we maybe left anything out or if you want a part 2. But bye for now.